State Building.
When it comes to the accolades, when it comes to the amazing things that you've been able to do for the world, gosh, dog, Akon, how does it feel, man? Like, where's the vibe? Where's the heart on a scale of 1 to 10? How blessed are you feeling right now, dude?
20.
20.
20. I mean, as many years as my album.
Yeah. It's still
Straight
fresh.
up,
It's still
still,
new.
man.
It still sends those those shivers down your spine.
Right. Straight
God.
up till this day, man. It's
What
amazing.
led you? Let's start from the beginning, and it has been an illustrious career. But what led you to want to create? Like, what was that moment that you kind of felt like, man, this is something that I need to do because it's bigger than me, and I want to change the world?
Right. I think it was way, like, super early.
Okay.
But it wasn't from a perspective of, okay, I want to make a career out of it. It was something I was doing as a hobby, something super fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just so happened that it became the only thing I could do to survive without getting into trouble.
Yeah.
So it became like, I'm a creator by default. You
Yeah,
know?
I gotta
But
do this.
The fact was I loved to do it, so it was
Yeah.
like the perfect fit. God kind of knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. When you think about those other things that you could have been doing that may have led you down a path that you shouldn't have been going down.
Right.
How blessed are you to be able to have tapped into that energy and know, man, I gotta make something with this
Yeah.
life and this blessing that I've gotten.
Man, I think because most people never get to that point where they figure it out.
Yeah.
Or they figure it out when it's way too late.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was blessed to kind of know that this is not a situation that I want to be in forever. And this is actually, I need to get out of it now because a next time may not ever happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
For sure,
It's
for sure.
it's that fear.
Mhm.
It's a certain kind of fear that just follows us over you. That any moment the day can happen.
For sure.
And when you get there, it's like, okay, I got to get the hell up out of this situation. You know? Those that been through that know what I'm talking about. It's that fear, like, yo, could it be today?
Yep. Yeah.
Tomorrow comes, you're like, man, if it wasn't yesterday, it got to be today. So it's like, let me hurry up and figure this out before it actually catches up to me.
When you think back and you look at all the things that you have been able to accomplish, the artists who you've been able to work with, is we're sitting there in the world famous
Right.
C100 studio, and you know, man, we can go down the list. But
Right.
when you think about how, gosh, man, how fun it's been.
Right.
What are some of those moments where you got into the studio with whoever it was and you thought, man, this one is it, and the world doesn't even know it yet?
Bro, honestly, when I got into the studio for the first time to work with Michael Jackson,
Word. Yeah.
I was like, I made it. Before then, he was like, I don't know, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Because when you're successful and you're on cruise control, everybody notices but you.
Okay.
Like, I had went through years of not even realizing how big I was. Like, even now, I feel normal until I'm wearing my white leather Akon convict jacket.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it
that right
reminds
there
me
ain't normal,
like,
fam. That ain't
yeah,
normal.
it's like, okay, we popping right now. But
Yeah.
bro, when I tell you, when I was in the, like, I'm sitting here in the mixing board and Mike is on the other side of the glass singing lyrics that I wrote
Yeah.
to a song that I produced. And I was like, bro, I cannot, like, it's nothing that can describe that. Like, the only person that can destroy me is me at that point.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
And
literally.
when you think about icons like Mike, or that moment there, for him to trust you.
Right, that part.
That part.
Yeah.
What was that part for you to know, man, this is someone who doesn't need my help.
Right.
This is someone, but he is entrusting me to put my little sauce on it.
Right.
And he's trying to level his game up, and he's coming to me.
To me, to help him do
Yeah,
that.
when you're there, or your hand's shaking when you're at the mixing board.
No, it was more of excitement, because then that's when I realized, okay, this is bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I realized that everybody's in the same position when you're being guided, right? Spiritually. And the spiritual aspect always come because I always found myself praying when I was in trouble. But then later I started praying when I was doing great.
Yeah.
And I had never did that before. It was always like I only found God when I was in a position that I needed to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Not more so thanking him for putting me in a better position not to ever have to pray for that again.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, very much so. And to
Right.
lead with that, and to continue to create with that kind of
Right.
energy and power, to do all the philanthropic stuff that you do,
Right.
with that being your guiding light.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to screw it up.
You don't, because
Yeah.
now you know you're like you're a beacon to all the things that needs to happen. Like,
Yeah.
you're one of the pieces that God is playing on that chessboard to make the world a better place. And I always looked at myself like that.
Aside from music, man, what are some of those other things that just make you feel forever grateful, and that you just are so glad that you get to do?
I think it's more of the reaction of people that support you.
Okay.
You know, all the friends I got globally. I don't really call them fans because it's bigger than fanning.
Yeah.
It's like fandom is cool. That's just the appreciation for the music. But when you meet people that kind of appreciate you, you can feel the love.
Yeah.
Like with her. Like,
Yeah.
she made me feel so good walking in here.
Danielle, that's
Like, you're amazing, D, I swear. You know what I mean? Like, it showed, because her impact showed the impact that I gave in other people. So it makes, as much as she's impacted by me, I'm impacted by her being impacted by me.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say
Like,
it again, damn it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's bigger.
Absolutely.
It's bigger than us. That's why I love to be at this mixing board. That's why I love to be in this studio to, have these conversations with not only artists such as yourself, but the listeners that we are blessed to give away Jingle Ball. And we're just pushing forward this positive energy.
Right.
It's what we're meant to do. And
that's amazing.
we can't screw that up, man. That obviously segues perfectly into this beautiful record, man. Beautiful day, man. It's Akon's beautiful day. It's
Absolutely.
something that the world needs right now.
Yeah.
But why does the world need this sound, this energy, this song now more so than ever before?
Actually, that was one of the reasons why I got out of my hiatus and decided to get back into music. Because when I came back from Africa, I felt like the vibration of music was just so low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you see the suicide rate so high. I listen to the music, it's so negative. I mean, it's so ratchet, it's so violent. It's just so much going on, and it's like most artists believing if they don't do music that edgy that it doesn't work. And I'm like, that's not true, because music's supposed to make you feel amazing. It's supposed to make you feel great, give you back those memories that you might have lost in so many years. So when you hear a song, it brings you back to the most amazing moments in your life.
Yeah.
Songs don't do that anymore. They're created so fast, they come and go so quick that you don't have the experience anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm looking for that music too, the same way that you're saying it's guiding you in such a positive. I'm looking for that music that makes me want to bust out my Hoover and vacuum on a Saturday
right,
morning.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking for that again. I need that.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find. But when you find that, it's sticky.
It sticks.
It's
right.
there. And this particular record, and too, what folks may or may not realize is Jermaine Edwards, the Jamaican, born singer with Beautiful Day. And then I remember after hearing your the way that you kind of put your special Akon vibe to it, thinking and Google searching and seeing the young boy who was singing the song in the classroom, just knowing that this is all such a communal type of a thing.
But you know what's interesting, and as I do these interviews, people never really knew that was one of my old demos.
Man,
no one ever knew until I actually redid it.
Yeah.
Because he himself was inspired by it and did it, but no one knew that was one of the songs in my old demos that got leaked back in 2012.
When you think about that full circle moment like that,
it's nuts. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'd be like, this is bigger than me.
Yeah.
It's because as I'm feeling this and I'm like, I need to come back the right way, I go to Miami to work with JR, and he's like, yo, I got this sample, man. This kid is on TikTok, man. He redid this record. It sounds like something you would do. We have to redo it. And he plays it to me. I'm like, yo, this is one of my older demos. That shows, I was like, okay, this is meant to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And mind you, that song wasn't even in my mind. Like, I completely forgot about it altogether.
Understandable. Just not too long ago, we had Jason Derulo in here, and he's been working most recently with Josh 685, I think, out of New Zealand or whatever. But it's again, he was presented some music, and he was like, man, it was a song that I've had for a while. Right. It was sitting on a hard drive somewhere. Right. We revisited it, and it felt right at the time. When that punch hits you in the gut,
you just know.
You just know, right? Yeah, you just know. So how fulfilling is it to see the world gravitate towards this song now, and knowing that it's the right time now, and not in 2012 when it could have been a smash even then, but now it's time.
Now because of the climate of where the world is, the divide with people, cultures, genders, I just feel like people don't take the time to really appreciate where they're at, what's in front of them, and what they actually have. Yeah. We're always so focused on what we want and what we should be getting, right? And what they feel like they need. No one really takes the time to really appreciate what they actually have. Yeah. And not realizing that no matter how bad your life you think it is somebody out there like worse.
Yeah. It's
you know what I mean? So every day should be a beautiful day. For sure.
Gosh, man.
Yeah.
I want to bring up something that hit a lot of us like a ton of bricks this morning, man. Waking up to the news that we lost Quincy Jones.
Man, that was my mentor, man.
Can you, if
Quincy
you find it in your heart to speak about
amazing.
what? Yes, I mean all those words. Yeah. What did his music do not only to inspire you, but I think it's kind of a stupid question to ask, but I mean, I would love to hear your perspective on it for the world, man. Like, what was Quincy to this planet?
He was unbelievable. Like, his contribution to the culture of music in itself as a whole was just unbelievable. Like, you know, I was actually blessed to spend like years around Quincy. You know, like years around Quincy. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where he called me to actually be the executive producer for Michael Jackson's re-release album.
Yeah.
You know, so I was able to do the Wanna Be Starting Some, be a part of that. And then he called me later to do his last single, which was The Strawberry Letter. And that was the last song that he did release publicly, which was a song that I actually produced over for him. So it was like, I would just like, me, honestly, this is how I know it's spiritual, because I did the last single Michael ever released. I did the last single that Whitney Houston ever released before she passed. And I just did the last single that Quincy ever released before he passed. Me and Dave were just talking about that. He's the one that captures everything around me. He's like, bro, you're the Grand Reaper. I said, no.
No, it's not that. It ain't that. No.
I said, no. Trust me, this is bigger than that. These are iconic figures. Like, musically, on a level of just understand that I know what's happening is spiritual. Like, and I know that God is bringing me through certain processes, through certain people for a reason. And for me to be in touch with all these guys before they go back to meet them says a lot.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's
you know what I mean?
What you say right there. That's so amazing.
It's deep, right?
It's deep. It really is. What was one of the things that you learned most? Was it the work ethic? Was it the dedication to, bringing the best out of an artist? What were one of those things that, as you were soaking up all this energy from Quincy Jones, that you can say, man, this was one thing that he taught me to never be late, damn it, because, or he taught me that, you know what I'm saying, ranch doesn't go on pizza. Like, right. What was that thing that you learned that you were forever going to take with you and hopefully adapt even more so into the music that you continue to create?
I think it was probably, he had such an amazing sense of humor, though.
Yeah.
Like, Quincy was probably one of the funniest guys ever. So I remember when we were shooting Gwen Stefani's video, the one that I did with her, Sweet Escape. Yeah. And Quincy came to the shoot to say hi, because he heard that me and Gwen was going to be together. So he wanted to come and say hello. And he would come with the most beautiful models. Like, Quincy had some beautiful models. And I said, Quincy, you're about 70 years old, bro. Like, how do you keep up with all these young women? He said, young blood, I'm going to tell you one thing. Never let the girl that you're dating and your age equal to 100. Yo, we was laughing so hard. I was like, he said, yeah, that's going to keep you young forever.
Yeah, in my mind, I heard, play on player. Oh, my God.
I was like, man, old school pimping.
That's that true to life pimping.
Man, but he was amazing guy.
Dude, creating music from your vantage point, man, like, what are some of those random questions in my brain, man? What's like one of the most random sound effects that you ever used that came out spectacularly in a song?
Woohoo!
There it is. That's Sweet Escape. That right there was it.
That right there.
Wow. That was the sound that you never thought that it was gonna be a thing, and it
did. It was just like, you know how something comes over you, just yeah. I was like, yeah, we need to add that to the song. Gotta do it.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Yeah. How many terabytes of music have yet to be released to the world? I know you were saying that you sat on. There's a couple of Eminem tracks already.
There's so many. I got a room just full of drives.
Wow.
Of songs, demos, concepts, ideas. They don't end. Like, it's I can't even count.
What about now, as you maybe are cruising around the globe and you're hearing a particular artist on a radio station, or you're at a show or something? Who's someone that you're still hoping to, you know what I'm saying, hey, give me that person's number so that way we can get into the booth together at one point.
You know what? Actually, I thought about that too. Today, I will kind of want to get into a studio with someone that I think would be a challenge that I feel like I can pull off and make global. Yeah. And I'm thinking it should be probably Cardi B.
Damn, I thought you were gonna say Maxwell. I thought for sure he was gonna say my name.
Oh wait, Max, you got it?
Woo!
Hold on, Max. I didn't know you could do it.
I thought for sure. No, so what does an Akon and Cardi B song feel like?
Because me, if I was to tap into her, because she has such already a great personality, right? Yeah. Because she has just amazing sense of humor. But then she has this edginess to her, like this ghetto side, right? Yeah. But then when you look at her fashion, it's so upscale and international. Yeah. So I feel like from her being a pop urban star, superstar, I want to turn her into like an international megastar.
Man.
I want to go there. Like, I want to challenge all the aspects of her being from Dominican Republic, blending that Latin side of her music into this pop urban. Like, I want to take it to a level where it's something that no one would have expected her to do, but yet it still fits her.
Dude. And lastly, before we put a bow on this, man, a conversation can't go with Akon without saying how proud you are of Stephanie Germanotta, of Lady Gaga, man.
She's that right there. Believe it or not, her success made me say, you know what, I could take a break from music. You know what I mean? Like, man, I did enough. Thank you, Gaga, for giving me a break. You done made me enough to where I could relax, spend time with my family, go to Africa, help them, develop over there. So she was a big blessing to me in my life, for sure.
And that word blessing is one that I'm going to forever. I don't know who's in the room recording this, but that needs to be the headline of this conversation.
No, that's
it's all about the blessing. It's all about what you worked with her to do, allowed you to, as you said, take
more.
that time to do more. Yep. Allowed you to step away and really focus in on some bigger issues.
Absolutely.
This song being found, because JR came to you with the demo that was already yours. It was meant to happen.
Meant to happen.
It was meant to happen.
All meant to be, man.
As 2025 creeps upon us, man, what are some of those blessings that you're looking forward to continuing, whether it's with your family, with your friends, your fams, anybody that's like in your atmosphere? Like, what are you looking forward to most with this next?
Honestly, overall, I'm looking forward to definitely getting back into the music like as I've never left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We kind of rebranded convict music to now convict culture because it's so much bigger than the music today. I got the new album that's going to drop in February called Not Guilty.
There we go.
So definitely wait, because the single Beautiful Day is the first single off that album.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing back the idea of bodies of work again. So it's just not about a single.
Thank you.
Now you get the full experience. Like, people are going to be really excited about this album.
So basically what you're saying is I'm able to press play and I'm about to clean up my whole damn house, vacuum, dust in.
1,000%.
It's about to be,
It's one of those albums too,
we finna hit
swear.
the ground molding.
It's one of those.
It's about to be a vibe.
And I know this generation is like, they have like short attention spans. They don't want to wait all the way to February.
Yeah.
So come January, I'm going to be able to announce the fact that if you don't want to wait till the album releases in February, you can take it back old school and purchase it, the hard copy, a month before.
Let's go. Let's get that
Why not?
insert.
Let's get the inserts. Let's get the poster you can put in your wall.
Yo.
We bringing all of that back.
You know what, real quick, last one, posters on the wall. Who was somebody that you had on your wall as a child growing up? What's a poster? Did you have?
I had Michael Jackson on my wall.
Okay.
I had Sam Cooke on my wall.
Word.
I had NWA on my wall.
There we go.
Rakim and Eric B. and Rakim. And then I had Janet Jackson.
Any athletes? Any sports athletes?
Athletes, Pele.
Oh, Pele.
Yeah, Pele.
Yeah. I had Emmitt Smith. I was a Cowboys fan. I had Michael Irvin.
Wow.
I had who else did I have on my wall? When I first got the Chronic album, I opened up that
nice.
bad boy. That was on it. You know what I'm saying? Mom wasn't too happy about that, but it was only an album, Mom. Just saying. You know what the deal is.
Right.
But no, all jokes aside, man, to be able to sit in this room across from you and to feel that energy radiate. I'm hoping that everyone who is listening or watching this on the multiple cameras we have in the studio here really, truly, fully understand that it is bigger than us and that you are leading with that kind of light. That is just the dopest thing. And to connect on that wave, bro, is something that I needed for this Monday.
No, that's what's up.
So thank you.
That's what's up.
Can we give him a round of applause, ladies and
Let's do
gentlemen?
it, baby.
Right here. It's the icon, Akon, baby. Yeah.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.